Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Today I'm going to teach you how to make uncooperative or unruly controllers play nice with emulators, games, Steam, and other things like that by remapping the controls away from your strange controller that Windows might not like for some reason to a virtual Xbox 360 controller or PS4 controller, which will play nice with all those other things. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a program called UCR to remap our controller to a virtual output device, and we're going to use ViGemBus as the driver that will install the virtual controllers and only activate them when they are required. So first of all, you're going to want to download ViGemBus and run this installer file right here on the assets GitHub page, the exe. So I already have it installed, so I'm not going to go through the installation wizard. If it prompts you to restart at the end of this, do so before continuing on. And then after that, you're going to want to extract the UCR .zip to any folder you like, something that's easy for you to get to, because you'll be using this program a lot. And optionally, you can get the UCR plugins from the linked GitHub page in the description if you want some more options. But for most use cases like Fightsticks, etc., this really isn't necessary. And if you're going to do this, you're going to want to download the zip file from here, and then in that zip file, there is going to be some .dll files, and you just want to put them in your UCR folder under plugins, UCR plugins, and there you would put them. So now we're going to open up UCR, and I already have some profiles here that I've made for myself. But let's say I haven't yet, and I want to make a profile that helps my Fightstick to be recognized as a virtual Xbox 360 controller, which will make it play nice with games and Steam and programs and things like that. So I would click Add Profile. I would find the input device. I'd plug in my stick first before opening UCR. I'd find the input device which corresponds to the controller I want to use. So I'm not sure which one of these it is. It's recognizing that I have two for some reason. I have one, so I'm just going to click both of them, because you can do that. You can map multiple devices to be a single controller. It's really cool. And I will now map it to the ViGem Xbox 360 controller 1. Just that. And I will now name the profile something like Victrix Pro FS clone tutorial. So now you'll get a screen that looks like this. And now what this is going to be is it's going to show you all the different ways that you can remap stuff using the UCR plugins. Some are included with the program, some are needed the plugin zip. But anyways, we're going to use the button-to-button plugin to remap the light kick button on our stick. So now we're going to have this come up, button inputs, the name of the controller, and click to bind. So we're going to click to bind. We're going to now press the light kick button on our stick. And now I'm going to map that to a button on the universal to map that on a button to the virtual Xbox 360 controller, and it's just that easy. To do another button, you just click here, type in the button it's going to be, click to bind. If the program does crash, don't panic. It sometimes does this when you're making a new profile. Just go into Task Manager, and end the task, and try again. Should work. Anyways, I've already made a profile myself with all of the necessary buttons for me to use in my game in exactly the way I showed earlier. So LK, MK, HK, 4th K. And it also works for the D-pad, so if you just push up on the stick, and then you can map that to a D-pad button up on the Xbox 360 controller. It's just that easy. So anyways, start and select work much the same way. And if you wanted to map, for example, like from a joystick of a non-standard controller to like a joystick on the virtual Xbox 360 controller, you would click axis to axis, name it, and then you could map the joystick from the non-standard controller to the one on the virtual controller. Just that easy. So anyways, now you're going to have to save the profile. Click this button here and close this. And now you'll see your profile listed right here. Have it highlighted so it shows all this. And then click activate profile. And this will plug in the virtual controller, the virtual Xbox 360 controller. As you can see, Steam picked it right up. So this Fightstick did not work well with Guilty Gear Strive, because Guilty Gear Strive is expecting like an Xbox or like a PS4 or like some other like more universal control type, while this sends to the PC as its own like thing. So I'm gonna click play. I've got a lot of mods installed, so the music's kind of weird. So now I'm going to go to my button settings, and all the buttons on my stick, they're all working as expected. Now that we're in their game, controls work just fine. And you can tell from the input display, I was able to set everything just fine. So I hope this helped you. With any controller issues you might have with a Fightstick or any other sort of strange controller on PC. It turns out the best way to do it is really just to map it to a virtual controller that's more easily digestible using UCR. Now, every time you want to use this controller in this way, you're going to have to open UCR again and activate the correct profile that you made. So I'd recommend pinning it to your taskbar, setting it to open whenever Windows opens or whatever, if it's too much of a, if you're going to forget to, like, open the program regularly. But anyways, that's the video. I hope this helped you out. If it didn't, please leave a comment. Thank you for tuning in.